For this practical, we need to install the Angular CLI in Visual Studio Code and add the Angular material inside our code. We are going to create the Angular application which look like it, consisting of this navbar having one span, student management system, and back button is there. If you click on this blank, it will go to the home page. If suppose I click on the register and click on this back button, it will go to this home page again. So home page consisting of these three buttons: register, login, and show user data. Register, in that the form is available consisting of name, email, mobile address, and password field. Here when I click on the register, all the data is stored into the local storage. Again go to back, it will navigate to home page. If we click on login, by providing the correct email and password, you are getting access for show user data. Again go to back and click on this show user. Whatever the data, those are available inside local storage, that will be shown inside this page. So this is all about this practical Angular application. So let me start the practical session. Open the VS Code. Now we have created a practical file as an empty folder. Open this folder inside VS Code. So here file, open folder, prac file, select folder. That folder is open inside VS Code. Now open the terminal, new terminal. Here I have selected the command prompt. Now firstly you have to install the Angular CLI. For that we require the command npm install -g @angular/CLI. I have already uploaded the video of how to install the Angular in Ubuntu as well as on Windows. Please see the link of installation in I button. So it will take some time to install the Angular CLI. The Angular CLI successfully installed inside computer. Now we will create the project. ng new, name of the project is student. So it will ask some of the question. First is for a privacy policy. You require the privacy policy. Suppose I give yes. Would you like to add Angular routing? Yes, I require the Angular routing. So it will add the required packages or dependencies for this practical. Here the project is created inside practical file. Name of the project is student. Inside that multiple files are created. Root components required for this project is created. app.component.html, app.component.spec.ts, app.component.ts, app.component.css. These are the files for the root component. Name of the component is app component. Here the student project is successfully created. Here multiple files are created. We are not interested in all the files. We require only this source folder. Inside that app folder is there. This app component inside the student project, we consider it as a root component. For each and every component, the CSS file, HTML file, spec.ts file and ts file is created. So here app component, app.component, here the codes is available. We are considering the Angular home page. If we run this code, for that we require the command ng-serve. By using this, we can run the project. Firstly, we have to go inside the project, cd student, and we have to give the command ng-serve. Now our project is building. Again, it will ask me the privacy policy. Yes. Default port for the Angular project is 4200. Each and every project is run on localhost :4200. This is the by default port for the Angular. Our project is compiled successfully. It will run on localhost :4200. Just write here localhost :4200. So student project is running. So student app is running. This is the by default home page for the Angular. Inside that we have to add the new component, Angular material. So multiple things are available. So for this page, the code is available here, app.component.html. If I select all the code, Control all, delete it, and just write h1 tag hello Angular. Save it and just go inside the browser. So it will show the output hello Angular. Now for this practical, we required first is register user, login user, and show user data. So I need to create a 3 component. First is a register component. So create a register component. For that, ng generate component, G for generate, C for component, and name of the component is register. Enter. It will again create the 4 files. First is register.component.html, register.component.spec.ts, register.component.ts, and last is register.component.css. Inside this app folder, this register component is created. Now next is we require the login component. Again ng generate component login. Hit enter. Here login component is created. Now next is we require the user data. So I will create a component ng generate component show user. It will again create the 4 files inside this show user component. We have successfully created the 3 components. First is login, second is register, and third is nothing but show user. Now we require the one navbar component, because if we consider this screen, we are considering this sidebar is a one component, this content is another component, this tab is nothing but one component, and if we consider this is nothing but footer, that we are considering as a component. So we have to create here navbar as a component. So just I want to create a component for navbar. ng generate component navbar. Enter. Because we have to import this navbar component inside login, register, as well as show user component. And last component is our home page. For that, ng generate component, suppose home. These 5 components we have created. Each and every component consisting of 4 files. First is HTML, second is TS, third is spec.ts, and last is nothing but the CSS. HTML, inside that we are creating the visualization content. TS file, in that we have to write the business logic, and inside CSS we have to decorate our HTML file. And spec.ts is the testing file. Currently we doesn't require that spec.ts. Now firstly we have to create the navbar. Each and every code that we have to represent inside this navbar.html. We check the app.component.html file. Here hello Angular is present. Here if you consider the navbar.component.ts, the navbar can be accessed by using the component name, that is selector app-navbar. So if suppose inside app.component.html, here our output is hello Angular. If you want to put the navbar above this hello Angular, we have to do simply here use app-navbar. Compiled successfully. Now we will check. Here the navbar works. This is the output that we are going to get. This navbar is running fine. Now we will decorate our navbar. So we require the navbar.component.html firstly. For this practical, we are using the Angular material site. Just go to Google, type here Angular material UI. Click on this first link, material.angular.io. Here components are there. Here the toolbar is available. So this is nothing but the mat toolbar that we have to use for our heading purpose. Just go to this API, copy this code, import mat tool module, import this mat toolbar module inside our code. In our code, one file is there. Name for this file is app.module.ts. Click on this file. Just copy this component and paste it. So import mat toolbar module from @angular material -toolbar. It will shows the error because we have not added Angular material inside our code. To remove this error, just add add @angular/material. Hit enter. Would you like to proceed? Yes. It will installing the material 16.0.1. Here we have created a login component. It is by default imported. Show user component by default imported. Again we have created navbar, home and register. That modules are imported in this app.module.ts at the time of creation of this module. But some of the modules are there that we have to import it externally. For example, mat toolbar module, again button module is there, again form modules are there. So we have to install that module or import that module externally inside our app.module.ts, so that we can use the button inside our code, so that we can use the form module inside our code. To use that module, firstly you have to register that module inside app.module.ts. I will hit enter on indigo/ping. Set up the global Angular material typography style. Yes. Include and enable animations. Hit enter. All the information is stored in package.json. Here we have successfully added the Angular material. The error is removed. Save the file. Now add this mat toolbar module inside array. Copy it. Just go to this import. Here the import array is there. After this app routing module, just give the comma, hit enter and just paste that module, so that this module is enabled to add inside our code. Now we will go to app.component.html. Here by default code is paragraph navbar works. Just remove that code. Now create one div.container. Container is the class. Hit enter. So we just write here mat toolbar. Hit enter. Give the color for this toolbar is suppose primary color. Suppose primary. Save it. Now run the code. ng sir. Hit enter. Okay, compiled successfully. Now hit the URL localhost :4000. Here the navbar is available with the color is primary. Now we just give the information, some information, suppose span, student management system. Here the student management system is there. Now for this navbar we just use one button here just for going to the back page. Here button, we are using the class as mat raised button. Name for the button is suppose back. Just we will check whether the button is showing or not. Yes, button is there, back button, but it doesn't having any effect of Angular. Firstly, we have to add the mat raise button from Angular material inside this app module.ts. Let's go to Angular material. Here button is there. Button. Just add this API. Import mat button module. Copy it. Go to app module.ts. After this mat toolbar, paste it. Copy this mat button module and import it or register it inside imports array. Save it. Go to navbar component. Here a mat raise button is there, and just check this button is now available with Angular properties. Now this navbar.component.html, for that this is the CSS file for this navbar.component.html. We can decorate this HTML navbar.component.html by using this navbar.component.css. So we have used the class as first is container and second we have used just button. So I will go dot container, width is suppose 100%. After that I will provide the CSS for the button dot container button, suppose margin from left auto. Save it and just check what happened. It will automatically update the things. So back button is available at the right hand side. Now if I press the back button, then it will go to the home component. So for that we require the business logics. Just go to this navbar.component.html and write here click event. Click. After clicking this button, go to this function. Name of the function is suppose home btn. Now we have to write this home btn function inside this navbar.component.ts because this will show the business logic. So here home btn function is there. Name of the function is home btn. Same is available here, home btn. Opening, closing. Next we have to navigate to our home component after clicking on this back button. Now we have to import the routing module inside this ts file. For that, import router, import router from @angular/router. Now create here one constructor and use this router module inside the constructor. Private variable for this router module is suppose router. Now we are using this router variable to navigate to the home page. For this dot router dot navigate function is there, and we are representing the home page URL is suppose simply slash. So for routing, we have to add some of the information inside app-routing.module.ts. So click on this file app-routing.module.ts. Here we are providing the some navigation. So here one array is there. Name of the array is routes. Just hit enter. We are providing for each and every module, that is home, login, again the register, show user. For that we are providing the routes here, that is called as routing inside Angular. So firstly we provide the path. Suppose I hit the register, that is path consisting of register, then this register module will be open. So this component, if suppose I hit the register module, then the component register will be run. Name of the component is register component. This is the register component. This is the path for first module. Now second is give the comma after this curly. Again use the second object. Again same path colon suppose login comma and component is again login component. Again give the comma. Again use the object. Third object is suppose path. Here show users. Show user. This is the name for the path, comma, and after this which component is open? So show user component is open. And last is if suppose path is blank, comma, which component is open? Home component is open. So this is nothing but simple routing scenario. Suppose I give the register with localhost :4200/register, then this register component will be open. If I give the login, then login component will be open, and if I give the show user, then show user component will be open. So this is the simple routing. Now inside this app.component.html, here I have written app-navbar. So navbar is shown inside this app.component.html. So this is nothing but navbar. Here we have written one span, and last is nothing but we have provided one button. If I click on this back, there is no any navigation on the home page, or routing is not takes place on the home page. So for that, inside this app.component.html, instead of this code, we just write here router outlet. Means whatever the URL that is used by the user, it is navigated to that page. Now if suppose I press this back button, it will go to the home box. Code runs fine, and it will directly goes to the home box because we have not provided here. If I click on this simply register, then it will show register works, means it is available on the register page. Now lastly, if suppose I provide the login, then it is available on login works. So this is nothing but simple routing that we have provided. And last is nothing but show user. Show user URL, so show user works. For each and every component, or in each and every component, suppose this navbar is there, after that suppose login is there, login.html, login works. After that register, this show users is there, show user component.html, show user works. Means our routing is working correctly. Now we have to create firstly the home page, home.component.html. We doesn't require this code, so just delete it. I am using div suppose container. I am again taking one div suppose OKR operation, which operation or which routing we have to do. Here I am going to create the 3 buttons. For first button click, it will goes to the login page. For second button click, it will go to the register user, and for third button click, it will goes to show user page. So button suppose register. For this button I am using mat raised button. We have already import the button module inside our code. Color for this button is primary. And after click on this button, that is click event is there, it will execute the register button function. We have to write that function inside home.component.ts. This is the file home.component.ts. Now second button is login button. Log btn, and third button is show btn. Or here login, here show user, and name for the function is log btn and show btn. Okay. Now create a function inside home.component.ts. reg btn, log btn and show btn. So inside this class, firstly reg btn function is there. It will navigate to register page. Second is login btn function is there. It will navigate to login page. and last is nothing but show btn is there. It will navigate to show user page. Okay, the error is gone. Now the no any error is available. We just check how it looks like. Simply go to home page. Now it will show register, login, show user. Now we will decorate it by using the CSS file. Go to this home component.css. Firstly .container, text align, suppose center, and margin from top is suppose 20 pixel 10 pixel on the basis of our requirement that we are going to take. Now check it. Okay, register, login, show. Now we have to give some space between these two buttons. Now just pointing here the button dot container, inside this container dot OPR class is there. After that button tag is there. Just give the margin, suppose 10 pixel. Save it and check it. It will updating the scenario. Okay, it looks like fine. Now provide the, after clicking on this register, navigate to register page, login, navigate to login page, show user, go to show user page. Now just go inside this home component.ts and provide here. First we have to import the routing module. Import router from @angular/router. Create here one constructor, create one variable private, suppose router colon, and model name is router. Use this router variable, this dot router dot navigate, this dot router dot navigate. Just provide register page component / simply register. Here one error is there, actually opening parenthesis, closing parenthesis is required. Now next is this dot router dot navigate, and we are just here providing /login. Save it, and for show button, show user. This is the simple scenario. Right click here, suppose format document. Save it and just check it. Register, it will go to register page. After pressing back, it will again go to home page. Login, it will go to login works. After that show user, it will go to show user works. Hit back button. Now home page code is done fine. After that navbar code is done fine. Now we have to write a code for register component. Go to this register component. I will simply close all this tab. Register component.html. Here the default code is available. Register works. Delete it. Now here we have to create a registration page. Firstly, create one div dot simply container as a class. Now next is div dot simply card as a class. Inside that we have to create, suppose h1 as registration Just go to register. Here student management system registration form is there. Now create a form tag. Inside this we have to write our code for the form. For using the form inside the Angular, we have to import the form module from this Angular material. So just go to this Angular material. Simply click here form field. Inside this API is there. We have to import this inside module.ts. Click here app.module.ts and just import this. Save. Write this mat form module inside import comma save. After that we require the form module. Now click on this example. Form field appearance variant. Okay, just click on this view code and we will choose second one. Here paragraph is there. Copy it. Copy this and we have to write it inside this form field. From this mat button we required mat form field appearance is outline class field. Next is mat label. Mat label is simply name of the user or student. After that input type is there. We doesn't require this icon. Delete it. We doesn't require this hint. Delete it. Input mat input placeholder is simply placeholder. Just here I will write enter name. Save. Input type is text and name for this variable is suppose name simply. Save it. Go to this register. Here the name is not showing. Just go to app.module.ts. Inside that just import forms module. Import forms module and just copy it and paste it inside this imports. Save it. Now second is mat input module. Here mat input module is there. Input API. Here the mat input module is there. So just copy it and paste it. Save. Copy this mat input module inside import array so that it is registered. Now check the student. Okay, compile successfully. Now register and name is there. Okay, next is we simply copy it. Now we will create a field. Second is email, third is mobile, fourth is address, and last is password. So paste, 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 and again paste. First is name, second is email. Here type is email, name is, variable name is email. After that placeholder, enter email. Next, again we require the mobile. Name is mobile. After that, enter mobile. Save it. And last is password. Address is also required. Address, text, name is suppose address, enter address, and last is password. Type is password, name is password, enter password. Save. Check it. Name field, email field, mobile field, address field, password field is there. After that, we required one button. I will create one div. Class is send and button is there. Name for the button is register. Type for the button is suppose submit. Mat raise button. And color is primary. Save. Again we required one second button for the reset. Copy it, paste it, reset. Color is suppose accent. Mattress button. Type is suppose reset. This is all about registration page. Right click, format document. Okay. Password field. First is name, second email, third mobile, fourth address, next is password, here register button and reset button. Here reset is required. Just go and simply delete the G. Save it. Okay, reset is there. Now decorate this page by using register.component.css. First is container class. Align text center. Text align center. No need to write this align item center. Only text align center is sufficient. Width is simply 100%. After that, second class is there. Container dot card. Background color. Okay. Anti-white. Width is suppose 50%. Margin is auto. Just check it. Okay. Suppose margin from top 10 pixel. Now, okay. Now give the margin for this button. send is the class, button is the element, margin is suppose 10 pixel. Save it. Code runs fine. Here now it looks good. Go back, register. So this is something loading problem is there. Okay, it doesn't affect our app. If I write something, reset button, it works fine. Now we have to code for this register button. After pressing this register button, the data will be stored into the local storage. So this is nothing but business logic, and we have to write the business logic in register.component.ts. Now here, after pressing this register button or click on this register button, we have to perform some of the action. So inside HTML, the action is required, but now we are in Angular. For that, we create a one ID. Suppose my form equal to simply ng form. We representing this is nothing but Angular form, not a simple HTML form. After that, we are using the click event, that is ng submit. Ng submit equal to, if I press the submit button or register button, after that it will execute do registration function and pass whatever the inputs are available inside this form with the help of this ID. So my form dot values, my forms dot value. So here do registration function is there, and it will pass this argument my form dot value. Now go to this register component.ts. Function name is do registration. These are taking value from the form, so I am just creating one variable values. Data type is any. Now we just check whether this function is running or not. Alert. Hi. Save it. Compile successfully. After pressing this register button, yes, it works fine. Go to our code. Here we have to write the code for storing the values inside local storage. For that, we have to create one empty array. Suppose user records, type is any, equal to array, and also one object variable equal to name variable is there. We are passing the values from the database. Comma is required to separate the parameters inside object. First is name, second we require the email, third we require the mobile, fourth we require the address, and last we require the password. We are creating this empty data object. Now we have to write the code to store the data or registration form field inside local storage. Actually, we have done all these things in our second practical of a JavaScript, storing a form data inside local storage. I will provide the link for this practical inside I button. Also, I will provide it inside description box. Please check that practical. There I have elaborated how to store the data inside local storage. So local storage can be find out. Right click on this, inspect it. Here application is there. Here our local storage is available, consisting of key is there and different types of values are available. Values are represented by using name, email, address, mobile and password. Now go inside our actual code. This dot user records equal to JSON dot simply parse. Here we have to just get the user items. If suppose inside local storage the data is available, it will retrieve that whole data. If suppose data is not available, it will return empty object. JSON.parse is useful for converting string into object. Here they have given convert a JavaScript object notation string into an object, means it will convert string into object. Local storage dot get item, variable name is users. If it is available, then retrieve data from the users, otherwise or return an empty array. Okay, here they have given argument of type string is not assignable to parameter of string, so we required here string data, save. It will retrieve the record if it is available, otherwise it will return the empty string. Now we will check one by one if the same email is available inside database. If it is available, then give the alert message as data is already available inside local storage, otherwise we have to register the user inside local storage. This dot user records dot sum arrow function, v is the variable, equal to arrow opening curly closing curly. Now return v dot email equal to this dot data dot email. First is v dot email, that is from the database, equal to this dot data dot email. Here the condition is there. Now next, here if suppose v dot email equal to this dot data dot email is there, we will give the alert message, alert duplicate data, save it. Else, if suppose new user is there, then we have to store that data inside local storage. So this dot user records dot push simply this dot data. And finally local storage dot set item, for this user variable we are passing this user records. So JSON dot stringify is useful for converting object into string. So we are having the data inside this user records which is available inside object, so we have to convert it into the string and store that data inside local storage. This dot user records semicolon, and just give the alert message for checking whether the data is inserted successfully or not. hi, this dot data dot simply name of the user plus you are successfully registered. Save. Now we have to import here form control and form group. Import form control, comma, form group from Angular Forms, and also import get mat form field duplicate hint error from this. Then here we create one constructor is blank, and finally ng on init. For initialization purpose, it should be void now ng serve. Compiled successfully. Just check. Suppose Rohit email mobile is 123, address is suppose Nasik, and password is suppose 123. Register it. It will doesn't show anything. Console. This dot user record dot sum is not a function. Just go inside. Just give comment on this line. Go to app, application, localhost, suppose Rohit, mobile number 123456, address is suppose Nasik, password is suppose 123, register. Hi, you are successfully registered. Okay, and the user records available here. No any data is available. Name is missing, email is missing, mobile is missing. Nothing is available because it have taken, the variable have taken this data as a field. Name, email, mobile, address and password. What things has happened now? We have to bind the register.component.html with the variable which is available here, name, email, mobile, password and address by using ng model. For this name field, just write square bracket parenthesis ng model, and it will bind to variable data dot name of ts file. Means this variable data dot name is binding with this input field. Now same thing is available for this email also. We require here ng model equal to data dot email. Just copy it. For email, again for mobile, just write here mobile. Next is for address, paste it, write here address, and after that last is password. Write here password. Save this. mistake is there. Again here delete, and all things are fine. Okay, compiled successfully. Now go to our application, just delete it, delete. Name is suppose Rohit, email is rohit@gmail.com, mobile number is 12345, address is Nasik, password is 123, register. Hi Rohit, you are successfully registered, alert message, and this field is registered correctly. Now reset it, enter the second student detail, Ganesh@gmail.com, mobile is 12345, same, address is suppose Pune, and last is nothing but the password is suppose 123. Click register, duplicate data, it will not register these things. No any Ganesh is available, but what happened, just go inside this register component, save this, the record from the database we are simply fetched, and after that we are checking whether that data is available or not. Now add Ganesh@gmail.com, mobile is 12345, address is suppose Pune, and password is 12345, register. Hi Ganesh, you are successfully registered. Now two records are available. This is nothing but simply registration. Now next is login. We required the login.component.html. Same code we required. We just copy this code from register.component.html, Control A, copy, and paste it inside login.html. We only required the two fields, first is email and second is password. So I have to delete this field. Again this field not required. This address field is again not required. Password is required, and buttons are required. Here after submit button, here we require simply login form. Login form, I just change here login, my login, and we are just passing my login values to the TS file. Error is there because do again login function that is not available inside TS file. So go to TS file. Now here we require the do login function. Values any, here we require the router model import because we are using the navigation here. So we require the constructor, create a private variable, private suppose a router, colon, model name, the router. Here we require any variable, user records, colon, any array equal to simply array. After that we again require data as object, but it consisting of only two fields. First is email and second is password. Now we have to bind this email field and password field with the help of ng model. Already we have bind it ng model data.email, ng model data.password. Now we have to log in the user. If the record is available in the database, then the student can log in if it is matched with email and password. Again, we are retrieving the data from the database. So same code, this dot user records equal to json.parse local storage dot get items from users. Otherwise, return empty string. Next, if this dot user records dot sum, again we are using here arrow function. V one by one record is stored into this V, and we are just checking for email and password. Returns v dot email equal to this dot data dot email and v dot password equal to this dot data dot password. If the user is matched, then we have to give the alert message login successful and navigate to show user this dot router dot navigate parenthesis square bracket slash show user. So this is the login function. If email and password is not matched, then else alert login failed. This is about login function. ngserve compiled successfully. Just go to login page, back, login. We have to write the CSS file for the same. Login component.css. Just go inside register component.css, copy it and paste inside login component.css. Save. Okay, now my email ID is rohit@gmail.com and password is here 123. Password is 123. Login successful. Okay, and it will show user works, means it's work fine. Now this button name is register. We have to change it to login. Go to login.component.html. Here button is there. Change it to login. Now it will show the login button. Now last point, show user. Whatever the user those are registered inside local storage, that will show inside this show user page. Show user, it will show a default code that is show user works. Now go to show user module. Here the HTML is there. Delete it and write our custom code. First we require the div.container. After that simply div.card. Card is a class, and here I am writing registered student. Save. Now open the table tag. Inside this table tag, table head is there. Table head consisting of table row consisting of table head. First table head required name, second table head required email, third table head required mobile, and last is address. This is the heading for the table. Now we require the table actual body, T body, table body. Inside that table the row is there. Inside that table data is there. Now we have to show the name, email, mobile, address of each and every record those are available in the local storage. Now firstly we have to retrieve every data, each and every data which is available in the local storage to our page by using this show component .ts file. So again same thing, we required one user record, one user records colon any array. This is represented as array. We have created user record array, and second data object consisting of name field blank, second email field blank, third mobile field blank, fourth is address field blank, and fifth is password field. Now we require the constructor. Inside this constructor we just fetch the data. This dot user records equal to again JSON dot parse local storage dot get item from users. Otherwise retrieve or fetch empty array. Now all the records available inside the variable user records. Now go to this show user component.html, and we are using here dynamic retrieving of data. Inside this tr we are using directives, that is ng for directive. To use this directive we use star ng for equal to let datas of user records, because variable name is user records. From that we are fetching one by one record and which is stored into the datas. Now inside this td table data we are using the interpolation opening curly, closing curly, variable name is datas dot name. Second, we require just copy paste. Here we require the second field as email. We are binding this to variable of TS file consisting of this variable name, email, mobile address, password. We are not showing the password inside show user page. We are only showing these 4 variable. Next is mobile, and after that address. Save. This is all about show component.html. Now this is the record, register users record. Again we have to decorate it with the help of CSS file. Go to show users.component.css. Here we are using .container .card. Class is there. Text align, center, margin, auto. Second is table .container consisting of .card class, which consisting of table. For this table, set the property width is suppose 50%, background color antique white, text align suppose center, margin suppose auto. And again for this h1 tag, that is heading, margin top suppose 10 pixel, so that it will just below that number. Okay, register student, name, email, mobile address. Here first record is Rohit@gmail.com. Password is 12345. Sorry, mobile number is 12345. Address is Nasik. Here password we are not showing into the register student tab. Here the second record is also available. Name is Ganesh. Email is ganesh@gmail.com. Mobile is 12345 and password is 12345. Address is Pune. Password is 12345, that we are not showing. Now go to back. Here register is there. Now I am registering one more student. Name of the student is suppose Arnav. Email is arnav@gmail.com. Mobile number is 123456789. Address is Mumbai. Password is suppose 321. Register. Hi Arnav, you are successfully registered. The Arnav field is available here. Go to back. First reset it. Go to back. Go to login button. We have given arnav@gmail.com and password is 321. Login successful. It will show all the data available inside this local storage. If suppose during login I make a mistake, suppose name is suppose arnav@gmail.com, I have given password as 321, but here I am providing 123. Login, so it will show login failed. Again go to back. If I am registering the user with the help of same email ID, name is suppose XYZ, email is suppose arnav@gmail.com, mobile number is something another, address is suppose Delhi, password is suppose 123. Here suppose I register duplicate data because with the help of same email ID that data is available inside local storage. So we can't store the same email ID inside this local storage. We have to change that email ID. So likewise we have created this student management system inside Angular. All the data are stored inside local storage. We have created 5 components: home, login, third is navbar, fourth is register, and fifth is nothing but show user. In app-routing.module.ts we are providing the routing component. Inside app.module.ts we are registering the component to use them inside our app. So this is all about create an Angular application which will do the following action. First is register user, login user, and last is nothing but show user data on profile component. So we have done successfully each and every things which is available in that practical. I hope you understood this practical. If you like this video, please share it and do not forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you.